Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. So in this video I'm going to show you how I made this cat scratching post for my parents' cat just out of some scrap wood and some offcuts of carpet.
So here is my parents' cat. He was a stray cat and he's about 14 years old now. So he looks a little bit scruffy, but he's a really cool cat. So to make the scratch post, I'm going to use 2 thick pieces of pallet wood. I've done some research and it suggests that between 30 and 32 inches is a kind of ideal height for a scratch post. So for these 2 pieces of wood, I've chose 25 inches because the base and the top is going to make up the rest of the height. So to make these into one square post, I've glued them and I'm then going to screw them and laminate them together. If you have a fence post lying around, that would be ideal, but this is all I had at the time. And to join them together, I'm using some drywall screws. So now I wanted to give the post a round over edges, and I've got a round over bit in my router here, and this will just allow for the carpet to go onto the post better than if it had a square edge. So then I just wanted to find out a central point and make a line on one side of the post, and this will just make it easier for me to add the carpet later on. So to attach the carpet, I have these horseshoe shaped nails, and I use that line just to guide me. So I recently had a carpet fitted in a room of my house, and these were a few pieces of leftovers. You can use sisal rope to make cat scratch posts, but this is what I had, so I thought, why not give it a try. So I added plenty of those U-shaped nails to connect it together, and then I wrapped the carpet around the post nice and tightly and added more nails. So there was a bit hanging over the top. This allows me to just tuck it over just by cutting into the corners. And then I use some carpet tacks to secure it. So now I wanted to make a top to cover those folded over pieces, and this would also allow for a cat to maybe perch on top of the scratch post. So here I'm just using a combination square to make sure that I get a nice square piece of wood, and this is an old piece of pallet wood. And I cut this out on the miter saw. Then I wanted to find a central point. So just using the ruler, made a few markings, and I made a mark 1 inch from the center on each line. I then drilled some pilot holes. And quickly rounded over the edges to make it all nice and smooth. and then just gave it a quick sanding down. So making sure everything was nice and central, I attached the top with 4 wood screws. And then added a coat of linseed oil just to protect the wood. And then buffed off the excess oil with a damp cloth. So now I wanted to make the base, and I have this scrap piece of plywood. So I measured up around 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters to get a square. And then cut this out on the miter saw. And to make this thicker and heavier, I wanted to laminate 2 pieces together. So this is already quite thick, it's about 20 millimeters, so that will make it around 40 millimeters thick. So I'm adding plenty of wood glue. And then just adding a nail in each corner, a screw, to sandwich the 2 pieces together. I then gave it all a quick sanding down. Then I wanted to add some carpet to the base. To make sure that it was really stuck down well, I used some solvent-free no nails. This will just make sure that the carpet doesn't come loose at all, and I spread it around evenly. Then I pressed it firmly against the carpet and added some weight until the no nails set. I then just needed to trim the carpet edges with a pair of scissors. I then added a few more carpet tacks just to prevent the carpet from fraying at the edges. So now to attach the post to the base. Again, I worked out a central point with a ruler and a pencil. And the same for the post. I then drilled some pilot holes, and that will allow me to get everything neatly lined up. So I used 1 large wood screw through the centre, and then drove this long screw into the post. Once that one was in, I could add 4 more screws around the edges just to make sure the post is nice and secure to the base. Finally, I just added a coat of linseed oil around the edge of the base. And buffed off the excess with a cloth.
So that's about it for this video. If you want to save yourself a little bit of money and make your own cat scratch post like I have, then there you have it. It's pretty heavy, pretty sturdy, and I hope that the cat likes it too. So if you found this video useful, please remember to like and also consider subscribing for more DIY related videos. And as always, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.